Let me get my other computer up and running. Hello, everyone. Who do I see here? Robin925, Heather Joe. For some reason, my computer is not showing that I'm on. Oh, there we go. I wanted to be able to see the chat. Okay, I see Carrie's here. Hello, hello. Heather Joe, Robin925, some new names. I wish you a happy Monday. I am actually tonight. Sorry, I'm putting lotion on my hands. I had purchased like a huge, like over 60-pound huge lot of jewelry from an antique store a couple days ago. And on my last live, I talked a little bit about that. But the jewelry I was showing that night was not that. It was other jewelry that I had already pre-planned to do. But then right in the middle of the live at some point, hey, Chrissy, one of my other friends on here, Mel had said, oh, you should tell such and such where the jewelry came from. And then because she was thinking that night I was showing that jewelry. So no, I was trying to explain that the first night of jewelry that I was describing was actually a video I posted on my YouTube channel. So for any of you that are new that have popped in here and don't already know, I have a YouTube channel called Cherished Relics Boutique. Same name as I have here on District. But I obviously there's stuff under the regular videos there that I post, but there's also live stuff, which is a lot of my District live shows that you see me doing like right now. But under the regular videos, I had just posted one about 67 pounds of, antique store jewelry that I got for $100. The guy is the owner of the antique store, and he knew I was a reseller, and I don't think jewelry is necessarily his thing. And so it was a huge risk on my part to go in sight unseen. I saw like the top of the boxes and what was kind of in there, but I didn't see obviously everything. And, so far it's paid off. So tonight, what I'm actually going to be bringing is the items that I showed on that video, but only the wearable stuff. When I did that first video, I only picked out one container out of the 2 huge tubs. And there was a lot of great stuff in it. But I have pulled out all the craft. I've pulled out all the repair. I've pulled out all the things that are, have missing earrings, blah, blah, blah. And so these are items that I would consider wearable. So I'm going to bring them to my live stream tonight here, even though you can actually go view them on my YouTube channel. You can even purchase them off my YouTube channel, or you can purchase them here, or you can just watch, which is cool with me too. So that being said, I also wanted to mention, and maybe I'll wait a little bit to do this, but I have a whole bunch of jewelry that day that I bought these 2 tubs from him. I had purchased a whole bunch of just jewelry and his normal stuff that with some incredible things that he literally only charged me $20 for. And they're incredible things. So I'd love to show them to you and give you the option to have a purchase as an option if there's anyone interested, but I didn't actually add those to my store. So that being said, I actually didn't add anything to my store yet, but I did take pictures. So let me go add all those things to my store so that you can take a look. All of the items tonight are ridiculously inexpensive. I have the price point super low. I got things for a really good deal, which means I can turn around and give you a really good deal. And I love being able to do that. Not that I don't recognize that some of these things could be more valuable, but I would rather have them move and have other people enjoy them, all that sort of thing. So lots of things in my store that you're about to see in about 2 seconds as soon as I get done selecting all these. A lot. Apparently, I've been busy. But I don't think I have an item higher than $15 tonight. Not that there isn't some cute stuff, and definitely all vintage. Some probably antique. Wow, I was busy. I didn't realize I did so many. I'm still selecting them to move to the stream. I know we're getting close. Oh, I think we did it. Okay. So add to stream. There you go. 87 things. Whoa. A lot of them are very short. I mean, simple, small, quick things to show. So with that being said, there you go. And hello from people watching from YouTube. I appreciate you being able I do stream on my YouTube channel for a reason, so people can watch from there. But if you're interested in being able to watch from district.net, which is where we're actually streaming from, if you wanted to be able to come on over, it's free. And, register at www.lilyworksjewels.com. Then if you registered there, this is only people who are watching from YouTube. Then you'd be able to go back into this live and you'll be able to participate in the chat, because you can't actually see the people in the chat if you're watching from YouTube. But you're welcome to watch from there if you want. But just wanted to let you know. And then, of course, you could enter payment information if you're interested in bidding, but definitely not a requirement. I'm happy for people to just come here and hang out. So with that being said, I literally think I'm going to take my tub here, and I'm just going to kind of grab a handful like I was showing things in my actual video, except I've already seen them all, and we'll just kind of list and show the listings that way. So yeah, so let me just start here. We've got a beautiful, gorgeous, this is Venturing chip strand necklace. There is no clasp or anything. It's just a strand, but it also is not just a strand of beads that you buy at the bead store. There's not like, there's an ending to it. There's not like a whole bunch of strings sticking out. Like it is in fact a necklace. But here I'm about to offer an incredible deal. Only a $5 start on some of these strand necklaces that I have. So this is natural stone, guys. Gorgeous. Aventurine is a type of quartz, and this is 36 inches long, and I'm running this auction now for anyone interested. Chip is what you call all these very different size stones that are on this necklace. So we've got 7 seconds left. And thank you for looking at that. Okay, I gotta grab an extra tub for the stuff I've already run. Hold on. Okay. And I was gonna grab a handful of these as well. Sorry, I'm just adding a few things from this bag of pears. I'm going to do all of them, but I just don't want to put them all down there just now. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I have this, no, it's not branded, but it's a lovely textured, like leaf link necklace, gold tone, kind of lighter in the gold tone department. And it does have a hook clasp. There is no brand on it, but it is a choker length necklace. So I think it's, probably sitting at about 13 inches when it's at the closest, smallest place. But you can make it bigger, obviously. There's a several inch extender there. So let me just pull this necklace up for you. How is everyone tonight? Carrie, I want to know how your knee's feeling. And yes, it was a nice class today. Okay, so here we go. This necklace is a $450 start. And, it's looking like that. And let me get this neck here, or this lower neck, so you can really get an idea of what it looks like. There you go. And we've got 9 seconds left. It's a $450 start. No brand, but it's in great condition if people like the, textured kind of choker length. necklaces. So thank you for looking at that. Welcome in, Jenny Baker. We're just working. Hey, Mel, you'd be happy to know. Remember how in the show the other night you were, saying, hey, you should tell them where you got all this stuff. And I was like, oh, no, I told that story, but then I wasn't actually showing the jewelry from the story I told. So tonight, Mel, just because I thought of you and I thought, well, there's no reason I can't show it on my YouTube channel and then also show it in my live show. So I brought all of the wearable items from my YouTube video. And then I just brought them to auction tonight. So you'll be happy to know, Mel, that the items here are from that YouTube post that I did from the huge 67-pound antique tubs that I bought. So anyways, some great deals tonight because I got them for a great deal. Yay. All right. So, and Carrie says, I think it's a bit bigger. Thanks for asking. Okay. Yeah. Well, at least tomorrow, since it's just body sculpt, you can take it easy on your knee. It's good to listen to your body because, the body hurts because it's telling us it's hurting. Here is a $2 start on a lovely textured little mini leaf brooch. Just super little. You can see it's probably about an inch long, I guess. That's like a faux pearl in there. Okay, but it's super cute. I'm starting the auction now. Anyone is interested in a teeny little leaf textured brooch? Definitely vintage. $2 start. And yes, I have tons of listings tonight, so I'm going to have to book it. And if we play a game, it'll have to be you guys coming up with scrambles in the chat and us trying to figure it out. If you guys were really motivated and you wanted to do scrambles in the chat, then I'm happy to write them on a whiteboard and put it up here. But that's only if you're interested, So here's a neat thing. You're going to see a mixture of a little bit more modern as well as some really, really, really vintage things tonight. This is a really cool necklace that I found in that first basket that I opened. It's two-sided. So one side sort of has this textured frame around this abalone, but the abalone, it could be faux abalone or it could be abalone that has a resin over it. It's hard to say. I think this is a more modern necklace, not brand new. Made to kind of look old. I just love all the little texture added details. But the back side of it, of course, has birds and flowers, which you guys know. If you see right here, I love birds and flowers. Look at my actual, logo for my business, birds and flowers or branches or whatever. So I really appreciate and love this. So this is sort of a two-sided, beautiful necklace. It's on that's what the kind of antiqued brass chain is looking like. It does have an extender with a teeny little tiger's eye there on the end. So this is in beautiful condition. And when I went up and looked comps for this was near $40. I found a couple of them. So I think this is a really great necklace. Sorry, I'm just looking for it. So I have an $8 start on this. It does have 16-inch chain. So that's what one side is looking like. And this is what the other side is looking like. Isn't that cute? We've got 12 seconds left. Hey, Val, how are you? The abalone and kind of the framing around one side and the pretty birds on the other. And again, if you Google Lens that, you'll find it to be quite significant in price. So I appreciate you guys looking. Yeah, and I will keep going. So Val, you probably missed this, but you know how I was telling the story about how I got all that jewelry for $100, the two huge tubs, 67 pounds, and how I had posted the video or whatever. Well, Mel inspired me to go ahead and, because she thought the other night I was showing that jewelry when I was showing different jewelry, but just telling the other story. So here I actually brought the jewelry that I showed in my video, that all the wearable stuff, for you guys to have an opportunity to buy it if you were so interested. Look at this cool ring. Okay, so this is a huge, literally, look at the size of it in my hand. It is probably about 2 inches wide. Obviously, faceted rhinestones, kind of antique brass, and it is a stretch ring. And for anyone wanting to make a statement, that'll sure do it, won't it? There's nothing wrong with it. It hasn't lost any tone. The actual stretch is decently tight. I have pretty skinny fingers, and it does okay. I guess I couldn't have it any looser, but it works for me. But I have a $3 start for anyone who's looking to have a significant, fun statement conversation piece of a ring. And we got 10 seconds left on that. It's a $3 start for anyone interested. Because I have so much I'm going through tonight, I'm not officially playing a game or anything. Okay, thanks for looking. Now, this surprisingly turned out to actually be sterling. It was so kind of roughed up in its texture at the time and dirty that I in no way would have thought that that was sterling. This is leather straps here that I guess it ties around to create a necklace, but it's vintage, it's older, and it shows that it's older. But then I discovered on the back that it did in fact have the brand dog earring, I think, and it also says 925. And since I have tested it, so this is actually a sterling silver peace sign that I guess was a necklace, or however people wrapped it. I guess it would have been a necklace. But I literally have sterling silver for $3. This is quite a deal. It definitely shows its wear and its age. Definitely shows its texture. It is sterling, though. So I'm starting the auction now for the peace sign, leather banded, dog-eared. That brand is what literally is on it. Necklace. So my son's graduation party, we got 5 seconds left. Guys know that my son, my youngest, has just graduated from high school. It's my third child. So I'm not long from being an empty nester. I live in the Pittsburgh area, and he'll be going to Pitt. So of all my kids, he's the only one that's going to be going to school sort of close to home. My middle son went to Penn State at one of the other locations. And then my daughter, as you guys know, has been at NYU for several years, getting her undergraduate and her graduate. So it'll be kind of nice having a kid sort of close to home. But we're doing his graduation party this weekend. So of course, me and my husband are in the midst of party planning and getting ready for that. But so there you go. This is a really interesting spoon. I don't really know what that inlay stands for. I believe it says OES, and it's just a teeny little kind of one of those collectible spoons. But again, I found so many different kind of unique items in this antique stuff that, there's stuff all over the place in what I'm going to be showing you, because there's even things like spoons in there. I even have a pocket knife I'm bringing, and some cool old vintage keychains. So just be prepared. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the listing. Okay. So I am moving it to stage. It's a $3.50 start. That is inlaid. And let me look closely at it. It's like got a rose or something. Oh, maybe not a rose. It's got some symbols in there that I don't really know what it stands for. Someone might. But we've got 5 seconds left on that. And don't get mad at me here in a second. I'm about to clean the lens on my phone. So everyone close their eyes so you don't get dizzy, because I'm literally, you just got a shot of me looking down at you. Okay. Okay, that's much better. All right, let's keep going. All right, so this was sorry, I totally forgot to turn that light on. That's better. Sorry about that. I'm sure you're like, why is it so dark? This is like Pandora-like, but it's not. It's those kind of slide charms, but they are actually glass beads, like this is glass art beads. Now, some of them, some floral kind of embossed things there. Hey there, Felicia. How are you? And, those are actually glass little beads in there. Now, some of them are marked with 925, but I have since checked them. I often find these marked with 925, and they're not. They'll be fake. So don't be fooled if you get this. I'm prepping you now. It's in great condition. It's very cute. It's got lots of really nice glass beads on there. But the ones that are marked 925 are not, in fact, 925. But it's a nice bracelet nonetheless. It's a 7-inch. I'm moving it to stage right now. A 450 start. It's got like a little toggle clasp there, 7-inch. How you been? Oh, hey there, Jen. How are you? 2 people just popped in at the same time. Felicia, how you been? I always love having you in. You always make it a party. You know what I mean? Anyways, thanks for looking at that. Woohoo! She's ready for a party. I see your comment. Love it. And how are you, Jen? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well and that you had a nice weekend. My son just graduated from high school. I have 3 kids and he's my youngest. So my last child. And so we're getting ready for his, graduation party this upcoming weekend, which will be fun. So this is, Jen, you're not familiar with this, and either is Felicia, because you weren't here when I had my last sale, but a couple days ago I was at an antique store, and you celebrated your 4th wedding anniversary in Las Vegas, so that's awesome. So you're newly married then. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I've been married 24 years maybe. But that's awesome. But the jewelry that you see coming tonight is just about 1/5 of the 2 huge tubs of jewelry that I bought from an antique store from the owner. He just happened, I was visiting with him, and he just happened to offer up, that he had 2 huge bins of jewelry in the back. And I said, well, what would you be willing to, if I just paid for it? And he said, well, I'll sell it to you for $100. I said, okay, well, I got to take a look first. I said, I don't want to spend $100 on just a whole bunch of scrap stuff. And he assured me it wasn't all scrap. Now, there was quite a bit of scrap, which I've been going through over the last several days or couple days. And this whole tub is craft from the 2 huge bins. But this is what I have not even shown in auction or in videos yet. That's probably about 30 pounds of jewelry there. Plus that's probably another 10 or 15 plus the boxes and the other things I'm showing today. But all in all, the first day I brought it home, I weighed it and it was 67 pounds. Now, mind you, the containers weighed a good 10 pounds. So it wasn't 67 pounds of actual jewelry, but it had a lot of great stuff. And so what I'm showing you tonight, I had just pulled out 1 box from the whole thing. He had a whole bunch of different little containers. And this was just one of the box worth. So there is some great stuff. And if you're interested in watching that YouTube video of me showing that and telling the story, it's my most recent posted one. So you can go check it out. But look at those stunners. Aren't they lovely? Faceted black glass there with some little beads, like little cluster earrings. I did not see a brand anywhere on there, but there's the back. They're in incredible shape. And a great find, I might say. I was happy to find them. And so I'm bringing those to auction now. Love these earrings. They're heavy, they're a nice pair of earrings. So it's an $8 start on those beautiful faceted with little gold textured beads. Sorry, I just dropped something and everything flew all over the place. So we've got 10 seconds left on those. My batteries came out of my, how annoying, right? How very annoying. Sorry, let me retrieve them. They've just flung all over the room. I picked it up and dropped it and they just flew everywhere. It's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, did I fix it? I did. Okay, there we go. The only reason I use this all the time is because I can never zoom in here on District. All right, I'm going to keep going here. You're going to see some weird and wacky things today because, again, this is stuff that's come from this antique thing. I think what this is like a bookmark. At first I thought it might be a money clip, but I don't think it's a money. I think it's a bookmark. And it's got CFF is what it looks like. But it's just a teeny little, I believe, to be a bookmark. So little vintage thing that someone obviously loved to read. So you can just picture somebody years and years ago curled up in the corner reading their book, and their initials were CFF. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the listing. And I know they make things like this even in today's age, but this one is definitely old. So I have this as a $2 start, starting the auction now. And I realize a lot of these things may not be of interest to anyone because they're kind of off the beaten path type things, but I'll just bring them anyways. Yeah, I believe it's a bookmark. That's what I believe. And I obviously cannot hold on to anything tonight. It's the third thing I've dropped tonight. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Okay. Here is a pair. Love these earrings. Oh, so love them. These actually have sterling silver hooks. I've tested them, and they're artisan made, obviously, very, Southwestern or, ethnic, however you want to word it. But these are glass kind of bugle beads and seed beads that they made it of. But I love the colors in it. So sterling silver hooks with the little dangle earrings right there. And I'm just going to find the listing. And I have them for a $4 start for anyone interested in the little seed bead earrings. Very pretty. And again, kind of that peacock green look color to them. And those are glass. Those are long tubular beads. We got 4 seconds left. And thank you so much for looking. All right. Just a random, what appears to be a copper, just bar little pin. I don't think it's too crazy old because the back. It does have a C clasp, so it could, I guess that's showing that it could be old. I just don't know how old. But I guess normally people might like monogram or have a name engraved on there, but I just have it like this. This is the way it came in the thing, and this is the way I'm going to sell it. Again, I want to reiterate the reason these prices are so crazy low. I always give low good prices, but it's because I got such a great deal on all this stuff. And you guys know I like to pass on the good deal to you guys. I don't need to sit on things for days and days to try to get the best price. I'd rather have people enjoy the goodies. This is a $2 start on the little brooch. It just needs a little bit of a cleanup. I'm sure a lot of that would probably come off. It's just tarnished. I wonder if I grab my tarnishing cloth, if I could clean that real quick. Hang tight for a second. I'm just going to try to find, where is my, I don't have my good tarnishing cloth here. Oh, here it is. I'm just curious if it'll clean up a little. So give me 1 second. I'm not sure. Sometimes I have to actually use like stuff on it. But they do clean up and they'll look like next to new. I try not to do it because some people really like the patina, but then you can't even see what it is or appreciate. And I'm not going to clean it all the way, but that's a big difference you can see from that, what I did. So there you go. Okie dokie. Here are some earrings to talk about, right? Not really my style, but somebody's style. They are, in fact, clip-on. You can see that here. These are acrylic, pretty significant in size. I would say about an inch, a little bit more than an inch and a half wide. Yeah, with the little center silver tone there. Those are statement earrings. and pretty darn unique ones at that. So for anyone interested, here we go. I have them for a $6 start, and I'm starting the auction now. I'll let you get a close-up of what that really looks like close up. Kind of is made to look like faux wood, sort of, I guess. But they're heavy. They're pretty significant. They're not a cheap made earring. And obviously big. Okay. Okay. I have these two little, they're just little like angel / heart keychains. They're pretty unique. I have two of them. So I just have a buyer's choice where you can buy one or you can buy two. So that's why it's a buyer's choice, but they're identical. Sorry, I'm just finding the listing. This is what happens when you put too many things in your store. Goodness. Did I get them all? I did. I don't know where they are. Sorry. I'm coming. I promise. Goodness gracious alive. I don't know why I can't find it. Oh, here they are. Okay, so I have them as a $2 start. As you see, it's just got a little faux pearl angel there. It's got a little dangle on there that says made. Oh, it says made with love. And then this is the little opening for the, oh, you can do that too, maybe? I don't know what that little lip is. Huh. But there's two of them. So anyways, if you're interested, they're going to be $2 each, and you could just pick one or both or whatever it is you're interested in. But they're brand new. Just cute little matching bookmarks. Hey there. We got 2 seconds left. All right. Thanks for looking. Welcome in, JC, with Jade Peacock. Okay. All right. I told you there would be weird things tonight because you never know what you're getting out of this antique thing. This is literally just a filigree capped, huge faux pearl tassel dangle pendant. I think I have it for like $1 or something. So if anyone's interested in adding that to the bottom of a necklace, there's your chance. And it's, you know, it's not glass faux pearl. It definitely is acrylic, but it's in decent condition. So, okay, does anybody have anything exciting that they did this past weekend? We are the quietest chat ever. If anyone wants to share with me anything going on, I love to chat while I do this. All right, I've got a cool, and this I truly believe is see how it's got some verdigris going on in there? Yeah, a little bit. It's not too crazy, but this looks like the Sarah Coventry link chains that I've had these bracelets before in silver. I swear that's what that looks like, but I don't see a mark for Sarah Coventry. But this has got a little charm on it that says Colorado, and it's got some, you know, stone beads there. I'm not sure. I guess they're a type of stone. I don't think they would make the effort to take a piece of glass and make it into a nugget shape like that, but you know, whatever. This is pretty small. This is literally, I would say, a child size. It's like a 5.5. So just imagine a little kid probably got that years and years ago when he went on a trip with his parents and was so excited to have a bracelet. I'm just trying to pull it up here. And I have a $3.50 start on this. And I'm going to start the auction now. Gold tone book chain, which is the link there, with our cute little vintage Colorado charm. It does have a fold over clasp, but looks like it's in great condition. Hey there, Faye. How are you? So we've got 4 seconds left. I do see we have a few God, I can't even speak. Pre-bids. So I'll go pick those up real quick and do those. So thank you for looking at that. Let me see what we got going on in here. Okay, so this Swank bracelet, definitely vintage, heavy, a male bracelet. And, you know, of course, when I Google lens this, you know, it'll show up as, you know, I think it's considered a male bracelet, but it could be female, I suppose. But it is Swank, and Swank is that kind of male brand. And it looks like Chrissy is in for a pre-bid. But comps on this, we're looking at, you know, 15, 20 bucks, you know. But it's in excellent condition. It has an interesting link clasp back here where all you do is you pull them apart. Oh, it's for somebody else. Perfect. Yes. It is pretty cool. So it does have some mixed metals. So this is kind of gold tone, but everything else is silver tone. So I'm going to start the auction, and Chrissy is in for 5 with her pre-bid. You must have somebody that you're thinking of. We've got 5 seconds left. And I'm sending that home with Chrissy. Let me find my pen. Woohoo! First sale of the night. Woohoo! I'm telling you, I could go for an hour and no one will buy it. That's okay. I'm not judging, but when you bring this much jewelry, every piece of jewelry is not always everybody's, you know, cup of tea. And so, and then you'll have waves where it'll be like, you know, sale, 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 and then there'll be like nothing and then sale. And that's why I always like to break it up with stupid conversation about life. I want a bigger bag. I did go to class today, Chrissy. Honestly, I knew that she wasn't having class because, you know, Carrie's knee was hurting, but I got up and I forgot. And I didn't realize until I got there. And there was like, you know, our whole group's like, a lot of times people won't go, but there was quite a bit there. It was pretty good. All right. There we go. Thank you much. And we got Felicia there with her frog eyes. Love, love, love. Felicia, did you have some sons graduate this year? I think I heard you mention something about graduation. Did you have some grandsons or something graduate this year? So these, here, let me go see what the other pre-bid is. You can definitely go take a look in my store. You can see there are clearly a ridiculous amount of things in there. These were all things that I actually did an entire video on my YouTube channel and offered for sale as well. But I thought, you know what, I can bring them to an auction too. You know, Mel motivated me when she's like, oh, I thought that's what you were showing now. And I'm like, oh, no, but I will. So check out the store. And if there's things that I've already run and you want me to rerun, just holler at me. Okie dokie. So how about we do these Richelieu larger button earrings? Oh, no, let me do the rose quartz necklace first that we have a pre-bid on. So Chrissy is got a pre-bid on that. Look at her, the whole pro that she is, figuring out pre-bids. That's amazing. Okay, so here we are. Rose quartz is obviously a type of quartz, and we call it a chip necklace because it's all little different size pieces. There is no clasp on this. It's just a strand, but it is actually a strand necklace. It's 36 inches long, and it's heavier. And there was a tag on it here on 2 places that I got to cut those little red things out because that it either was, or it might have been the color that they strung it with, and I just can't see it. And I might have to just go in and super glue those down so you don't see them. Anyways, there we go. So I'm starting the auction now, and really good deals. I had like 4 strands that I was bringing tonight. $5 start. How do you go wrong, right? So we have some other ones coming up tonight. I have a garnet strand and an amethyst strand. And I already previously did an aventurine strand. There you go. Oh, okay. Both twins graduated. Perfect. And where are they headed off to? Are they heading off to college? Thanks, Chrissy. Next year, somewhere exciting? Or have plans or whatever? Air Force and tech school. Love it. Perfect. All right. So that's in a bag and ready for Chrissy. And we will keep plugging along. Okay. So these are Richelieu. They're very vintage. They are just acrylic, larger button twist back earrings there. And if you look back there on the back, it does say Richelieu, R-I-C-H. I don't know. I may be spelling it wrong. Richelieu, either way. Let me find them. And these are about the size of a quarter. They are not small in the least. And I literally, name brand earrings here, I'm actually bringing them for $2. So anyone interested in some Richelieu button earrings, they're in great condition. They show that they're vintage, but, they are, functioning and working and all the things. So Felicia's in for $2 on the button earrings. Again, about a little bit smaller than a quarter and kind of flat there. So thank you so much, Felicia. Get those in a bag for you. So are their parents, do they live near you, those grandsons? Because I hear you periodically talk about them, or seeing them or having them visit. And I was just curious if, when you see them, everyone has to make a trip, or if you guys are all close to each other. Oh, okay, perfect. So I assume they're probably going to have like a graduation party that you'll be heading to as well. Okay, so those are for Felicia. Okay, let's see what else I have here. These are very large, kind of hammered statement earrings. This is just silver tone, not sterling silver, but this is what the back's looking like. Just some simple statement earrings, dangle, hooks, and I'm offering them for the grand old price of, I think it's like, sorry, I accidentally closed the app for 1 second. Please confirm you can still hear me. Sometimes when I screw stuff up like that, I accidentally. Okay, so bringing these for $2.50 start for any takers on the longer dangle earrings. And to give you an idea of perspective, just the metal part is about 3 inches. So they're pretty significant lengthwise. So we got 10 seconds on that. I'm a bit dull tonight. Why are you dull tonight? Why are you saying that? You seem like you're normal. Felicia self. I know this is a strange thing to bring, but it is brand new. This is a vintage stretchy watch band. It actually has the brand that I didn't recognize. Hold on, let me pull it up. Twistin, which I didn't recognize. But very simple. It's got texture on the outside. Here you can view it. And then it's got the little brand on the back. But an easy thing to add it to a vintage watch if you wanted to give it a little bit of update. But this is a $2 start if anyone's looking to get a watch. Vintage watch. Oh, you're emotionally drained. Got it. We're both widows now. Oh, had a date Saturday night with my first love from high school. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness gracious. Talk about Felicia bringing the interesting conversation to the chat. Let me go back to the beginning. I'm a bit dull tonight. Had a date with your first love from high school. Hadn't seen him in 55 years. We're both widows now. You're emotionally drained. Wow, that's incredible. I hope you had a great time. Now, did you keep in touch with him like via Facebook, or like how did you like hook up and, get together again, to have a date? This is an actual little military uniform pin. When I go up and search it, no contact. My toes still curled. Love that, Felicia. So who reached out? I mean, did he live like near you this whole time, but just didn't speak? Because I don't know if you're locally from the Georgia area. He sought me out through a mutual friend on Facebook. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. That's perfect. And where does he live? I'm starting the auction on the military pin. I don't know. I think these somehow represent some type of rank. This is a $3 start. Oh, he's in Atlanta. Perfect. And is he retired, I take it? I'm sure you guys had a ton of things to talk about because obviously you've had a whole life going on before you came to be together again. That is incredible. I'm dying to know what you guys went and did. Okay, these are beautiful, dainty, definitely vintage, twist back gold tone earrings. And if you look up close here, this is what they're looking like. Very, very dainty. Okay. That pink part's probably plasticky. I think one stone popped out, but if someone buys these, I obviously will replace that stone and bring it back to perfection. So let me find this listing. I like these earrings. They're very cute. Dainty for a twist on earring. So I have a $250 start on this, and auction is starting now. That's what they're looking like. Aren't they cute? Little dainty things. Dainty, dainty, dainty. I have a couple of pre-bids. Will be gone for about 15 minutes. You want me to do the pre-bids now or wait till you come back? Thank you for looking. Why don't you go do whatever you need to do, and then when you get back, holler at me, and I'll do your pre-bids when you get back. Okay, not a problem. Oh, Felicia's saying hi to Mel. Did you see Felicia's here? We miss Felicia. I know you've been off doing other things, probably having fun with your big green storage building that you just had done. Gold tone, thicker hoops. They are twist back and about an inch and about an inch and a third wide. Oh, yes, ma'am. Been busy in her big green shed getting organized with her books because I think that's what you were going to put in there. That's awesome. Well, I want to hear about where you went on the date. That's what I want to know. And did he come all the way to where you live, or did you drive all the way into Atlanta? The gentleman thing would be for him to come to you, of course. So these are gold tone, $2 start, pretty significant in size hoops. Looking like that. Oh, I guess they're now matching that way. We got 9 seconds yet. He came to you. Awesome. Just coffee and lots of reminiscing. I bet it was the longest cup of coffee. I bet you guys had like 5 cups of coffee and then you were like zinging. Oh, that's fantastic. Reminiscing about old times, but then also, talking about what lives about each other that you never knew about each other because you haven't been in touch all these years. This is a multi-strand, very dainty, vintage, kind of like station bracelet with some faux pearls on there. It's got 3 strands, and it is, sorry, I'm scrolling through, 7 inches. And I have a $2 start on that one. Oh my God, you are giving her the business. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Faye. Giving Felicia the business? What do you mean? Oh my God, you are giving her the business. I don't know what that means. Anyways, thanks for looking at that. Okay, I have here, I don't need to do all of these necklaces now, but I have a little bird necklace. You're enjoying her questions. Oh, calling her out? What did I call you out on? Oh, yeah. Meaning about her green shed. Yes, I am, because I was excited to hear about her green shed. Look at this gold, silver tone, little textured, bird pendant there. It's on a silver tone chain. You're just enjoying the whole thing. Got it. It is just silver tone, not sterling silver, but probably 16 inches. Let me pull it up and I can confirm that. Felicia likes to talk about fun stuff. Hopefully I wasn't asking questions that were too personal about your date, but you did offer it up and I couldn't help myself. But I think that's exciting. Okay, I have a 250 start on this. It seems like new. 18 inches is the length of that chain. So a fun little bird pendant necklace for any takers on that. I forgot. I can't say slang words to you because you're a teacher and you don't understand the slang. So the slang word you use, what did you say? Oh my God. Oh, you're giving her the business, meaning I'm really asking her the tough questions. I think that's what you meant. But that's okay. I think she was willing. No need, no sorry. Yes, it's all right. Yeah, she was, as soon as you get Felicia that says her toes curled, I think I'm pretty free to ask whatever questions. I left birdseed in one of the rooms of my house since Christmas, and I went into the room. It was infested with moths. Did this just happen, Chrissy? Did you just now? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you're kidding, Chrissy. That would be crazy to walk into. One time, my husband, who had a whole bunch of bird seed that was out like in a garage, but it was a garage that was like a third garage around the side of our house. And he had left the door open because he was mowing the lawn. And he came back and there was like some, critters in it. Mind you, they had just come in through the door. It wasn't like they were in our house or anything. But no, please don't be quiet, Faye. I love the conversation. No. I don't want you to be quiet. You see, Chrissy's bringing on, everyone's got great, interesting stuff to say. So how did you get rid of the moths? That's what I want to know. This is a really beautiful station necklace. It's really, really long. I want to say it's like 52 inches, but it's really thin as well. I do not have a brand on this, but the gold tone looks incredible. It does have a spring ring clasp on it. Hold on, I'm just finding it. A lot of listings to work through here. Okay, this is a 350 start, but it's got little stations where it's got a whole bunch of beads connected with links and then chain, and then beads connected with links and then chain, and then bead connected with links and then chain. And then of course you got lobster claw clasp and it keeps doing 52 inches. They're still here. Just walked out and closed the door, ordered moth traps from Amazon and waiting for them to come. Oh my gosh. How many flying around mouths were there? Because that means that, oh my God, you probably don't even want to really look in the box. Yeah, you'll have to do like whatever you ordered for moths. I guess it's similar to like a flea bomb, except for moths. Wow, that would have freaked me out. Okay, running this. This is 350. Very cute layering necklace, super long. You can definitely, double it and even triple it, I'm sure. Still there, just walked out and shut the door. I would have done exactly the same thing. That's crazy. But at least you discovered it eventually, right? All right. Thank you for looking at that. That's crazy. Everyone loves you, Faye. We want you to be participating. I want people to talk in the chat. I don't want people quiet. So I like it, whatever people have to say. This is a very simple gold tone, but vintage, just simple chain. That's all it is. I think I have it for $1, gold toed chain, 24 inches long, literally $1. Just something gold tone that you can put a pendant on. Very simple. But it was in the stash. You threw out the seed and they are lining. Oh my God, they are lining the ceiling. Oh my God. Did you take pictures? You're going to have to text it to me, Chrissy. Oh my God, I would have died. I'm not a bug girl. So I would have freaked out and I would have yelled for my husband. Okay, one of the things I found in my, hunt in the first tub or the first little container I grabbed, I know. What a haul. And I'm going to tell you, Felicia, tonight the haul, and I'm not done, there's tons more, is only about 1/6 of the stuff that came in the two huge tubs. This is just like the top of the iceberg. But anyways, here is a sterling silver rope twisting chain that I found. It's got marked with 925 there, as well as marked here on the little link chain right there. Sorry, it's marked right here. And it is, in fact, twisting rope chain. Pretty dainty, but it is a twisting rope chain. So it is 20. This one is 16 inches, but it does have an extender on it that's also sterling silver. So it looks like about a 2-inch extender. So I did test it for 925. Even though it's marked with 925, I do not trust it unless I test it. But it is, in fact, authentic. So I think I have an $8 start on this chain. A great chain to add for all of those, if you have lots of pendants you'd like to switch out here and there. Sorry, I'm trying to get to it. Okay, twisting. Oh, I forgot to write that it was 925. I better add that because it is. Okay, moving it to stage. So where did it go? It disappeared on me. Hold on. I think it went to the top. It's because I changed the beginning words, and I think all the numbers go to the top. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Starting the auction now. So God, what is wrong with me? There you go. Definitely the twisting rope chain. So a nice little chain. Stephanie Thomas says she wants it from YouTube. Well, Stephanie Thompson, if you're interested in a chain, it actually just got bought by someone here on District in our auction here. When you watch from YouTube, although I stream on purpose so that people can watch, you aren't actually able to bid from YouTube. You have to come on over to I'm going to show you the site here. Hold on one second, Felicia. You have to come on over to www.lilyworksjewels.com, and you will want to register. And if you want to be able to bid in the auction, then you obviously enter your payment information as well. And then you'll create a username and all that, and then you'll be able to bid. And you'll just go back in and find my live. And right now, I think I'm the only one live on Lilyworks. So you should be able to, if you go in and register, you should be able to go in, because this is the marketplace in which I'm selling under. So if you join under there, you should be able to find my live show again. So that's what you'll have to do in order to bid, because you can't bid from YouTube. You can watch from YouTube, but you can't bid, unfortunately. Okay, but I will stick that there in case you wanted to write it down. Okay, so that's for Felicia. Very nice. And she's got many beautiful, lots of pretty pendants that I know she's bought, not just with me, with other people. But this is a great thing, because obviously when it's all the way out with its extender, you're looking at close to 19 inches, but when it doesn't have the extender, obviously it's 16. Welcome in Bucky's Bargains. So that was a great pickup there, Felicia. Great price. Okay. All right. Sterling silver chains going with Felicia. Okay. Let me grab another handful here. Some items that are, they're all in the store already. Now, again, if anyone pops in late and wants me to rerun any of the items that are in the store that have already gone through auction, just holler at me and I can run them again. Let me grab a few earrings out of here and some cufflinks. Sorry, I was not wanting to grab all of them at this exact moment. Okay, so we'll go with that and we'll keep moving here. All right, so I have a beautiful, okay, you're back. So let me go to your pre-bids. So I don't see any pre-bids on here. Did you do pre-bids? Because I don't see them. Or did you just have a few things you wanted me to run? Because you can just tell me what they are, and I'll just pull them up. Or because they're not showing it. I thought I did pre-bids, so I don't see them. Right now it says I have 0 pre-bids, but you can describe for me those items and I can go pull them up or out of the tub. Or you can just go back in there and I'll just keep going and you can select the pre-bids on your, while you go back in. Okay, so here's a great strand of chip garnet. Yes, it is garnet. It does test garnet on the Presidium. And you see the chips are all, different sizes and the like. There is no clasp on this necklace. It is, I believe it's, now I have one pre-bid. I see that one. I'll get to that pre-bid in a second. I believe that this necklace is 36 inches. All of the chip necklaces that I was bringing tonight were 36 inches. There were 4 of them. So a $5 start for a chip necklace, 32 inches is a fantastic deal. If any of you guys know the value that natural stones can have. Sorry, I'm going in and trying to find it. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so $5 start. There is no clasp on it, but great for layering and the like. So darker stone, and yes, it did test for garnet on my Presidium. So a $5 start. There's 10 seconds left, and Felicia is in for 5. And often I see rose quartz chip necklaces, amethyst quite often, but I don't often see garnet. So that's definitely a unique. Not that garnet is that unique. It's a semi-precious stone, but I don't often see it in a chip necklace. So thanks, Felicia. Let me get that bagged up for you. Wish I'd gotten in the tourmaline one. I wish I'd gotten in on the tourmaline one. Well, I didn't have a tourmaline one. I had an adventurine, which I can rerun. That ran once. And then I have an amethyst one. This is what I have tonight. Now, other nights I may have had some others. This one's amethyst. And then I have a rose quartz one that's already been purchased. Yes, run the green one. No problem. I'm happy to rerun that for you, Felicia. Again, anything, can you guys view in the store the things that I've run, but that I know you can't view once something's purchased, it comes out of the store and you can't view it anymore. But when something's run and then no one purchases the first time, tell me if you can still see that in the store. Items that ran that you can run again. I don't know how you view it because obviously my view is different because it's my store, so I see it differently than the perspective that you see it. But here we go. I'm going to restart the auction. And where did it go to the top? Where did it go? And I'm going to move it to stage. And then Felicia has a chance to bid there. Again, another 36-inch all chip. What a deal, right? And it's not like just like a strand of beads from the craft store. You know, you can tell when you buy that because there's like strings sticking out of it. But this was definitely meant to be a necklace. Yes, they go to the bottom of the list. Okay, and you can see them there. Thanks for clarifying. Perfect. Thank you, Mel. Okay, so there you go. Thanks, Felicia. Great deal on those natural, semi-precious natural stone. Those are probably some of the best deals tonight on the natural stone strands. So there you go. You know, Felicia, chip stones is just a step up from your fascination and appreciation of all the seed bead jewelry that you like. My pre-bids are not showing up correctly. So that's weird. So I don't know why that's happening. I see 2 pre-bids right now. And I'll bring one up and see if it's yours. And it is Mel. So one of your pre-bids is working. It's this swirl earrings, which I'll grab for you. Yeah, I don't know why they're being all, but just keep trying. We're not in a hurry. I'm not going anywhere. And if not, then you can also just ask me and say, hey, go grab that thing, and I'll just run it, and then you can do it that way. But here are these beautiful gold tone enameled swirl kind of teardrop clip-ons. So they would hang from the ear this way. Aren't those cute? Enameled, and I literally have a $2 start on them. This is what the back's looking like. Pretty great condition. And again, I've explained what a super great deal I got on all these items, and that's why I'm bringing the deals to you guys. So auction starting now, and Mel's got a bid on the earrings. We got 15 seconds left in the auction. I love that swirl look. And these colors very fall to me. So how many items did you pre-bid on, Mel, that weren't like working? That's so weird. 3. Okay, well, do you know what the third one is? Because I think I see 2 of yours. Mel, all I'm writing is Granny. I'm not even writing the whole thing. But you are, in fact, a grandmother, so I guess you'll allow it, right? All right, so those are going to Mel. Thank you so much. Perfect. And then let me grab your other pre-bid here. Now, I have a really low price on this. Mel, let me explain. On these cha-cha-y kind of faux pearl earrings, because they definitely show their age, and they are Japan. I forgot to say that, but they are in fact marked with Japan. But if you look in there, you can see that, I don't know how good you are at cleaning some of those items, but you can tell like they're I wouldn't say verdigris so much as just they just look like they're old little links. But you know, it doesn't change. I mean, the actual earring works fine, and that's how it sits in the ear, is just like that, face up. Sorry. But that's why I have the price point I do. But you can see that they've just got a little bit of, they're just showing their age. So I don't know if you want to clean them up. You can just see all the pearls. They're just kind of a little bit dirty. And I won't clean them. I'll let you clean them. Everyone has a specific way about how they want to do that. But I'm starting the auction now. They were a $1.50 start. So wanted to explain what's going on with that. And Mel is in for $1.50. And it looks like those are most likely going to go home with her. And I love the cha-cha of them. They're definitely old, the movement. You can hear them. You can have the ASMR or whatever that, you know, the thing is where people, ASMR, I guess, where it's like the noise helps relax people. So there you go. I wouldn't be against your friends. What does that mean? I will go back and look. Okay, let's see what she found here. Okay, so I don't see any more pre-bids yet, so you just let me know. Okay, let me keep going here with my weird, wacky stuff. Now, this actually turned out to be pretty darn valuable. And when I ran comps for this, it was like $50. And it was multiple people selling them for $50. So I think this is much older. I don't know, but this is, and it was this exact brooch that came up. It's got an older C clasp there. And you can see kind of open work, filigree, faux pearls, and then the little kind of dangle there. Oh, I wouldn't bid against your friends. No, I mean, it's okay. I think people, the other day when I accidentally bid against you, that was not intentional, Faye. But even if people do it, you know, it's okay. I mean, it's only better for us as buyers, you know, for people. There's no friendship options. It's okay. Bid if you like. It wouldn't hurt anyone's feelings. I feel exactly how Mel feels. No one would have their feelings hurt. And I wouldn't do that to nobody that I know. Well, you're very sweet, but it's okay. It's just an auction, and we're all here, and we're all friends, and we can all be excited for whoever wins it. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. But anyways, it's an auction. Best bid wins. Don't stress. It's all good. Okay. So this is gorgeous. So let me pull it up. And yeah, I was surprised when I did a Google Lens search on it that it really did have quite a bit of value. So this I have a $15 start on, and the auction is running now. But definitely found this exact same comp. I mean, because you know what? In some of the other marketplaces that end up having, you know, like 50 people in the auction, you know, most of the time people don't know each other. And even if they did know each other, there's going to be a whole bunch of people in there that they don't know that's not going to not bid. And they'll have like bidding wars of like, you know, 15 people going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, back and forth. You know, I guess you're lucky here on a lot of times in our sales, we don't have massive amounts of people that you guys probably get really good deals because the price doesn't get bid up. But sometimes they do. And it doesn't exactly make, yeah, I hear you what you're saying. It's just how you feel. And you got to do what your little heart tells you. I get it. I get it. Thanks for looking at that. Okay, so I've got this fun little bracelet. It's like a little, you know, Red Hat Society, little charm bracelet. Those are like little enameled red hats. The actual link is sort of like an antique bronzy kind of link with a texture on it. And there's another hat Get that link untwisted. Sorry, this link was just not sitting where it needed to. Hold on. Hold on. It's not broken. It just needs to be shifted to the side where the links are supposed to sit. Anyways, I'll worry about it later. Okay. So, and then another little thing. So a cute little, cute little bracelet. Red Hat Society. And this is a $3 start for anyone interested in that. With all the little charms there. We've got 12 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for looking. Mel, did you find your other mystery piece that you maybe potentially were looking for? Okay, look how cool this is. This is super cool. This has got the initial D on it that's been engraved. Oh, perfect. Okay. But it's a keychain. This is definitely vintage. That you can pull one side out. You just press the little things to the side like this, and it pulls out. And so whatever key was on that, you can take it and go one direction with it, and then you can return it back to its little home. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Oh, the other side doesn't come out. Just this side does, but it's two separate little things. I love this. So it's got two little connectors. It definitely has the look of gold. I know it's not actually gold. And we definitely know that because it is, let's see if it's magnetic. Yes, magnetic. But I think it's pretty cool. So anyone with a D initial, fun, neat, unique keychain for sure. I have a few keychains tonight, actually. So I have a $5 start on this. I did actually find comps for it, multiples of them. And they were in the range of $12 to $15. But the gold tone on here looks fantastic. And Felicia's in for $5. It looks really, really good. So if anyone's got a D first name, maybe Felicia knows somebody with a D first name who would appreciate a neat little thing like that. Maybe her date the other night. What's the man's first name? What a fun little gift. I'm kidding. I'm not saying he bought that for that, but I'm just giggling. Oh, Dina. Perfect. You see how cool. And does Dina appreciate vintage things? I love that. I promise you, this is why we love antiques and vintage things, because Dina will not find another person with this keychain or not likely. And that's just what's so fun about that. You know what I mean? All right. Perfect. Thanks so much. Okay. There you go. And I'm going to do this pre-bid from Mel. She found some beautiful Coro earrings that I'm going to run now. Let me pull them out of this bag. Or I might have already pulled them out. They're right here. Mel, these are in incredible condition. Okay, so here's the back. It's one of they have a little bit of the twist back, but also the clip back. Okay. And obviously it's marked with Coro right there on the back. The silver tone is fantastic. And you can see it's got a little bit of texture on some of those little swirls. These are actually, I feel like, really cute earrings you could wear for like 4th of July, because to me, they kind of remind me of, fireworks going off. But there we go, Mel. The auction's running now. It's a $3 start for the Coro vintage clip-on earrings. Cute, cute. And we've got 7 seconds left. And the highest bid is $3. And these are going home with Mel. Woohoo! All right. Thanks, Mel. All right. We're going to keep plugging along. Maybe what I'll do right now, or what I'll do this. Well, I'll do it now because you guys are here and you'll appreciate my story. Remember the other night when I said that uh, before he offered, before he said to me, "Hey, I have 2 tubs of jewelry in the back," and of course that prompted me to go, are you interested in me just buying all of it? Because what kind of deal could you give me? I had told you that I had gone through a whole bunch of the jewelry that was out in his store, which he had quite a bit. And he had the kind of thing where there was a whole bunch of baggies in a big basket and you just dig through it and it takes you forever because there's 100 things in there. And so that's what I had done. But I thought I'd go ahead and show you what essentially, this is what a great deal he is. I got for $20. Hold your breath. I'm being truthful here. All of the stuff I'm about to show you, because I brought it over to him. A lot of it wasn't actually marked with prices. This guy owns his own store. So it's not like he has vendors in there. I mean, I'm sure he's had vendors, but I know most of the store is just him. So, a lot of times people just go up to him and just, he'll just give them a price. And they're usually really good prices that, every sale will happen. But these bags have been dug through a million times. Look at how ragged the bags look. But the pieces in it are incredible. So how many items did I get for $20? Because, like I said, I started to tell him, well, 2 of the necklaces are damaged. And then, I was going to show him every single item and then let him decide. And I got about 1 sentence and he goes, how about just $20 for all of it? And I was like, okay, listen, I'm literally going to turn this camera around. I was like, okay, $20. I'll do that. 20, you don't have to ask me twice. Yes, I'll do that. So anyways, sorry. Had to just show you my face for that. This is what I got for $20. And I'm not saying I won't sell these, but if I did offer these, I'll probably bring them another night because I didn't list them. I'm just kind of doing a real quick haul. The deal. Yeah, no kidding. So these look way prettier out of the bag. So now I'm going to, get rid of that bag for now, because how about this beautiful agate, gorgeous necklace, that's been kind of, all the links are kind of wrapped around there in the way they hold it. And I know it's natural stone, super long, and I know it's vintage. It is about, let's see, 24. It's about 30 inches before you get to the big pendant. Okay, so let's count. That's 1. We're going to put all the pretties right back here. This is where the pretties go. My $20 haul. Okay, so let's keep going. And that doesn't happen every day. Obviously, this was one of not very often for me. But that's what happened for me this day. So look at this beautiful brooch. Let me clean it off a little bit. Obviously faceted red stones with sort of that houndstooth prong setting. And this is what the back looks like. It's a more modern, safety clasp. But that all looks intact. That was beautiful. And then I thought these earrings were really fun. They are not silver. They're not sterling silver, but they're just some regular clip-on. There's no brand that I see there, but they're really heavy and, probably about the size of a $50. So they're like little big hearts, I would say, clip-on earrings. So I got those. And then, these days abalone is fewer and harder to find. Because they won't let you harvest in jewelry anymore. But this is a 925, I think made in Mexico, heart pendant. Let me read what it says. It says something Mexico. I can't hardly read it. 925. Bam. So that's about the size of a nickel. Okay. Look at these beauties. Like seriously, $20 total. And I wasn't hiding what I had. It was all laying out in front of him. Gorgeous, faceted, in beautiful condition, prong set beauties. There is no brand on that, okay? But they're beautiful twist back earrings there. I waited to show you this haul because I thought some of you would appreciate seeing it now. A beautiful, cute little bug. It's just a teeny little bug that I think is 1928. So I got him. What are you saying ooh to the bug? Because you like bugs? I know you like little funny things like that for your hat. These are, in fact, sterling silver. They are marked right here on the hook. They're just little puffy heart sterling silvers. And I'm not saying I'll never bring these to auction. I'm just not doing it tonight. Ooh, the critter. I mean, I'd do the critter tonight if you really wanted me to run that. But some of the other stuff, I just need a little time to research before I brought them to auction. But I'm sure I could do the critter. Do you want me to run him for you, Felicia? The little 1928. Or, well, let me just say this. If there's anything I'm showing here tonight that you're really, really interested in, you know, I'd be open to selling. It may take a second for me to wrap my brain around price-wise, you know. But hold on one second. Let me take a quick picture of that 1928 critter so I don't go giving it away for nothing when I don't know its value. So give me 1 second. Okay. So we have here vintage gold tone 1928. So that says $12.81 or US $10. Okay. Which is about what I would have thought ish. Here's one on Etsy. I'm not searching for it. If it's not going to be at the top, I'm not looking. I hate it when they bring you to those things and then it doesn't bring you to the exact listing. Okay, and that one has it for $15. Okay, so Felicia, I'll run him for $5 if you're interested. You want me to run it? Yes, it makes me crazy when I click on it and then it brings me to like 12 billion listings. Okay, no problem, Felicia. And okay, I'm taking back what I said. I'm willing to run any of this. It just may take me time. I'd rather get through all my other stuff. And then if anyone's interested in that, then I can do that. I just don't want to hold people up. Okay. 1928. Okay. Here we go, Miss Felicia. There you go. And Felicia's in for $5. It is an auction, so officially people can bid if they wanted. We've got 7 seconds left on the cute little critter, which I think I already know where its home's going to be. Ooh, Don's in for $6. See, this is what friends do. And Felicia's in for $7. And we got 3, 2, and 1. Oh, Don's in for $8. He's cute. I wish I knew his name. Okay, so it looks like Don's getting that. All right. Sorry, Felicia. But I know there will be other critters. And she is happy for her friend. It's all good around here. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, thanks, Don. We're all happy for each other. You know, it's funny, you know, it's 1928. Yes, it is. Just 1928. You know, but you know, Rachel will come on here and people will still bid against Rachel. It's good. That's just, it's all good. So there you go, Miss Meowie. All right, let me keep showing you this little haul of mine that I got for $20. Okay, so I got this because, first of all, it was gorgeous, stunning. Look at the facets. Look at these. This is a, you know, little kind of twisted, you know, fancy beads there. We've got capped, faceted AB beads there coming all the way down. But then some really interesting beads here that actually have, and this is what was damaged about it. This one has kind of gone concave in it. So I got to figure out how to lift that back out and fix it. But that's the only damage on here was that. But it was damaged, but it's still beautiful. So there's that. And then I also got so this is rose quartz. Very vintage, a really pretty, I think it's milk glass, or it might, no, I think it's mother of pearl. I take it back. If we look really close here, you can tell it's mother of pearl. Alternating with rose quartz, and it's just a longer necklace, definitely vintage, that has a quite possible a sterling silver. Loveland. I love that. Might be a sterling silver toggle. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. But there's that. And then it had two little matching earrings. So there was that I got. I'm not even putting back in the bag. I'm just leaving it out. Okay, I got 4 more items to show you in my $20 haul. Some beautiful faceted cluster black glass earrings. And I'm not sure what the brand is, but I definitely am not used to seeing the back of the clip-ons having that beautiful etched flower. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like an etched flower on it. Isn't that pretty? So anyways, there are those. Definitely, you can holler at me if there's anything you wanted me to run, but mostly I'm just showing it to you. Okay. So this is 2 matching necklaces. They are Napier, very vintage, milk glass Napier necklace here. So here's our Napier mark. Here's our fold over clasp. So triple strand milk glass. It's cold with these gold tone beads, and it's obviously needs to be cleaned up a little, but it can be cleaned up. That will come off as soon as I go in and do my magic. But all 3 of the strands are the same length, and that length is 24. About 30 inches. So you've got that long thing. But then in addition, I got this necklace that's just a single strand, the same exact thing. And I can only assume it's Napier because it matches it. But this strand is also 30 inches maybe? Yes. So it's like a 4th strand, but it's by itself. So how about that for you? Not too terrible, right? Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Marked with sterling silver. Hold on, let me look under my loop. That spring ring clasp is marked 925, which can only make me assume that the chain underneath it might also be 925 too. It appears to be a gold tone chain. Yeah, which one do you want me to run, Felicia? Hold on one second. Napier. Okay, I can do that. It's weird because here it's missing the purple beads. You see how these little purple beads go in between all of these? Well, it's missing some on this side. It's missing two, but then over here, I thought there was this point where it was missing one, maybe not. But the whole thing going down is graduated, and it's so long. Oh my gosh, I can't even express to you how long this is. All faceted, beautiful glass. Look at how big it gets to. But again, some of those little things are gone. You see how there's not one there or there? So this is definitely old and been through life. But it's really, really long. Super long. We're looking at 24 plus another 9, 18, 34, 44. So that's like 42 inches. Yeah. And I need to make sure that it's not rock crystal. So I'm going to have to get my, gem tester real quick. Okay, we'll let that heat up for a second while I work on the Napier thing. Okay, so let me finish this last necklace, and then I'll do a little research on that Napier thing. So again, this was another broken necklace. Look at how incredible. This is broken. You can see, but so old. Okay. But look at these beads, how they're graduating. So they go from big to small and all these blue beads. And then it like goes to bigger and then smaller. I just pretty fancy different, but very old. So this doesn't even have the other side of its chain. It totally needs to be restrung. But again, part of me is a little curious if potentially any of it could be rock crystal. So I just have to check. So let me check on this first. So the blue is just glass. And the round ones are just glass as well, but very, very old. Okay. And then this luscious piece of art. Oh my God, it's rock crystal. I can't sell this tonight, Felicia. It is going to be crazy valuable. I'm not kidding. It is rock crystal. I am dying. Oh my God. Yep. I got to do some research on that. Rock crystal is way more valuable. I would have sold it if it was rhinestone, but oh my God, my heart is racing. I cannot believe. Hey there, Doug. How are you? Nice to see you. Doug is another YouTuber that, Doug, when you pop in here, you never can tell all the other people that are in the chat because we're streaming from district.net. So there's like 15 people in here, but you can't necessarily see them because when you're on YouTube, you only see people in YouTube. But anyways, yeah, this was a little haul that I got from a local antique store where I got like this whole stack of jewelry. Literally, the antique store owner literally said $20. And so I got all that for $20. But this luscious, gorgeous necklace, I just discovered is, in fact, a rock crystal. Oh my goodness, I am dying. Do you guys see that? Holy moly, that. And I'm curious, then probably those center um, little purple stones might possibly be uh, amethyst. So let me try one. Yes, they are amethyst. Ah, incredible. Break off all the purple beads. It will be perfect. Yeah, all the beautiful purple beads that are probably super unique. I mean, this is not short. This is I knew it was something when it was on a sterling silver chain. So this is sterling silver. And I would have gotten this even if it was just glass. But a lot of times when these are really, really old, and especially when you find them on chains, that's when they can sometimes be. And this is the second time I've found, wow, um, I've found a rock crystal, but I've never found a rock crystal one that was faceted. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine the value of that. Maybe that's some homework for Felicia. She could take a little, I'll let you take a screenshot of this, Felicia, my little smart person there. And, again, do you see how long this is? Okay, let me just move it slowly. It's going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. Bam. Oh my goodness. Graduated. Oh, it's probably worth several $100. Wow. So I'm even going to screenshot it. Unbelievable. Or take a picture of it with my thing. Wow. I was not expecting that. I thought there was a chance, but usually when it's faceted like the round like that, oh my goodness gracious, I'm speechless. I will do the Napier for you though. Don't you worry, Felicia. Vintage, upcycled, crystal, and amethyst. That's not. You know what's incredible though is when you get other people who don't know what they're doing and they don't realize they, in fact, could have something that's really old. Uh, I don't see another one just like it, honestly. But yeah, I'm just going to revel in my joy. Oh my goodness gracious alive. No kidding, Flo Casso. Are you kidding me? This entire haul right here, I got for $20. And there are some incredible things in here. The antique store owner just looked at me and just said, you know, this is rose quartz and mother of pearl. Obviously, these are carnelian, most likely. We've got some sterling silver in here. We've got some beautiful, perfect, faceted things there. We've got some Mexico, abalone, beautiful, faceted. I guess that's called houndstooth or cupcake setting. I don't know which. It's gorgeous earrings, vintage earrings. And then this is super unique too. I am just blown away. All right. Well, let's get most of this out of the way so that I can work on this for Felicia. If there is anything else in there you wanted me to run, I'm willing to. It just will take me a second. But unfortunately, I'm not running that one. I was not expecting that. But I'm happy. Okay. Felicia, like I said, that is, oh, you don't blame me. You would do the same, right? As soon as I was like, sure, I'll run it. But, I'll run it under the idea that it's not rock quartz, you know. Yeah, so I believe that that's 30 inches. So you've got a 3-strand 30-incher marked with Napier, milk glass, and then all your beautiful little spacer beads that are actually, if you look close up, they are textured. So that's pretty cool. And then we have just a 1-strand, obviously the same thing. It's not really marked with Napier because it's just like that, but I can only assume it is in addition. So let me just do a real quick Google Lens on that and see if anything of noteworthy comes up. And then I'll run it for you. So I'm going to add to my search, since we do know the information that it is in fact Napier or Napier. People pronounce it different ways. I'm a reading teacher, so I think of the first syllable, N-A, as an open syllable where the A is pronounced A. But I realize a lot of these names come from other, they could be French, they could be coming from other countries. And I guess the pronunciation, when people say Napier, people are bringing in other things. But let's see what this says. So that's a Napier beaded necklace. Probably milk glass. I don't know. Oh, well, look at there, Felicia. I think that's it. It might be doubled. It says boho, bright white. Oh, this is lucite, though. Yeah, mine is most definitely not lucite, and my beads are textured. So that is not the same, although it looks similar. I'm just looking for a Napier where it's showing it as milk glass, because that's what we got going on here. Vintage triple strand necklace, white gold tone beads made in Hong Kong. You see, that's just made to look like it. So that's not it. Vintage Napier white plastic. No. Trifari multi-strand. This one looks kind of similar. Okay, we might be getting somewhere here. You see how the little beads in between, the gold ones, are textured here? That's what mine are. Let's see if I can look close up. Vintage white bead multi-strand necklace, but it's not telling us that it's milk glass. Although that does look more glass-like, I will have to admit, less plasticky. But it's not Napier. Sorry, I'm taking a minute because I think this has some value. Well, here's a Crown Trifari one that's similar, but I don't know if it's milk glass. It just says bead. That's helpful. Appreciate that, people. Well, I obviously don't see the exact thing. So let me come back up here and take away Napier and add milk glass. Now, if you guys are coming up with any other things, yeah, I do think it's milk glass. It is definitely not, or a glass white bead. It is 100% glass. There is no question. It's cold. It's heavy. Everything about it. It is not acrylic, 100%. That I know. Hold on one second. Let's just take a quick look with what it says for that. So, milk glass, white milk glass. So, here's an example of some check milk glass beads, multiple strand. You know, this is more in the range of what we're probably looking at. We do have some extra accent beads. Obviously, this is not check, but it is a name brand item, signed, and it's multiple strands. So that Trifari one was milk glass. I wasn't wrong. And that's $50. Okay. Okay, so Felicia, I think 50. So I'd be willing to sell and run this one. Obviously, this one's 3 strand plus the extra individual one. Trying to get it on. Don't really know how that happened. It's really at 50. So, and this is going to be an incredible deal because you know me and I try to half the lower price and I can't really half it. But let's say I'll do it for 28. So if you're interested, I'd run it for you for 28 and it would be this plus this. So it's really 4 strands of that. Let me give you 35. That's very sweet. You know me, I want to give you a good deal, but I also know it's valuable for sure. Why don't we meet in the middle? Let's just say 28, 31. Let's say 31. Can we agree on that? How about 31? Then I'll feel good about it. You'll feel good. Okay, great. Sounds good. And Felicia, this is in great condition. I just want you to know it's really quite incredible. Yeah, this definitely shows more wear, especially on that clasp, which you could replace, but the actual strand looks, just the same. And they're clearly matching. Okay, so sounds good. Works for me. So nobody bid. This is Felicia's. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, about $50 retail, because a lot of the things that I was pulling up here, so I'm happy for both of us there. Okay, so let's just, in this, I'm doing this for Felicia. I didn't want a bid war on this one because I did all that work and I want it to be for Felicia. So no one bid. It's for her. Plus additional single strand. Okay. Where did it go? I moved it. Sorry, Felicia. I'm just trying to find it again. There it is. All right, there you go. You can wear it on your next date. Not going to be so that's you. Not going to be so that's you. Thanks, Felicia. Lost audio. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll fix that. Let me just let this auction end. Perfect.